Hey guys, what is up? BeckBroJack here, bringing you another Voltz tutorial. As you can see in the background, there is my tutorial that I showed on the sorting machine in Voltz. You can go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But today I will be showing you the basic ways of getting steel and also an alternate way of getting steel using Railcraft. So this is the basic, probably more efficient way of getting steel. Is right here we have a machine called the Metallurgic Infuser. And all you really need for this is compressed carbon, and you're going to need some enriched iron, and you're also going to need a power source. I'm just using these solar panels. So let me show you how it works. You put the enriched iron in this slot, and it should make this sound. It should turn on basically, and I'm pretty sure it will make you steel. Steel dust. And what you could do with steel dust, you could just basically put it in any smelting factory, or you could put it in a furnace or whatever you have, and it should make a steel bar. So that's probably the first way people would do it. But I know for enriched iron you need some redstone, and say people just don't have that. It's kind of like early on in Voltz, you just haven't found any, or you're just looking for a different way or a more automatic way. Well, over here we use Railcraft. So here, I know it looked kind of big, and it's actually just one big block, because this all works together, and this is a blast furnace. This is part of Railcraft, and you're going to need blast furnace brick. And I will be showing how to make these a little later in the video. But basically, these use coal coke, which are produced back here from these. These are coke ovens. And these just take coal, and they basically enhance it. Coal coke is so much better than regular coal. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just better, but it does take a little bit to actually produce the coal coke. But once you do have a good amount, you can put some iron that you have saved away, and then use the coal coke, and it'll produce steel. And it's fully automatic. You don't need to constantly watch it in the Metallurgic Infuser and then put it into the furnace. So this is pretty cool. And yeah, I will be getting into how to make this automatic, I should say, with using Railcraft. So I'm going to set that up, and I'll be right back when I do. Alright guys, I'm back, and I just made this. It's fully automatic. All you got to do is put iron in this chest, and then you have to put coal in this chest, and it'll automatically create you a bunch of steel. I already got 23 while I was building it. So it's pretty good if you just want something automatic. You put a pretty good amount of iron and a pretty good amount of coal, and boom, you automatically get a bunch of steel. You'll have loads of it in time. Let me just go into this a little more. I know it's a little complicated, but it's worth it in the end if you have the right materials to make it. So right here, this is the main thing right here. This produces coal coke. So what you need for this is some coke oven brick. This is how you make it. Oh, whoops. This is how you make it. It's not that hard, just bricks and sand. Makes some of these. Makes you one. So I made 3 of them just because it takes a pretty long time for it to produce coal coke. So it's really good to have a bunch of them, 3 at least, maybe 4 or 5. It depends what kind of materials you got, but this is how you make one. Just place them down like this. Basically do a 3x3, and then you fill in the middle. You do another layer. You leave the middle open, and then you cap it off with another 3x3, and that little icon should appear. And then you can just put coal in there, and yeah, you should be set. And the blast furnace brick, this is what actually makes the steel. With iron and coal coke, it makes the steel. So this one, the recipe for the blast furnace brick, you're going to be able to, you're going to have to go to the nether. You're going to need nether brick, magma cubes, and soul sand, but you get 4 for each of these. So it's a little bit less expensive, but a little bit harder to obtain. So what you do with this is basically the same exact thing. Just do a 3x3 square, fill in the middle, Then you do another 3x3, but leave the middle part open. You're gonna leave the You're gonna leave the middle part open for 2, and then you're gonna cap it off at the top. So it's gonna be 4 high. And show you the little icon at the bottom. Yep. So let me get into this little system over here. This basically takes items. This is called an item loader. So if you're not really familiar with Railcraft, I would get familiar with it. It's really great. It's great for automatic things, and it's really cool too. There's a bunch of cool things you can do with it. Yeah, so I would just get yourself familiar, maybe look up a tutorial here and there. Basically, this item unloader will take stuff out of this chest and load it into this minecart that passes, and this is a certain kind of track. It's called a boarding track. Every time a minecart will come down, this thing will send out a current if it doesn't have anything or when it's done. And the current, whichever way this arrow is pointing, it'll push it this way. So I have it going up here, and these are unloaders. See the coal, there's coal in there. It'll store it for you, and then when this thing runs out, it'll automatically put some more in. So the unloader has to be on the bottom. Has to be on the bottom of a track, and these are called holding tracks. Basically, whichever way the minecart was coming from, it'll when it receives a redstone current from the item unloader, it'll send it in the direction it was heading to. So basically, you see it's coming from this direction. It'll automatically stop it for a little bit, and then it'll send it in the direction it was going in. And I have that for 3 of these up here. It's pretty good. You can automatically supply with coal. And then over here, I have this system where this minecart takes the coal coke out of this oven, and it'll automatically go over here and check to see if this thing has any iron to pick it up, and then it'll go down there, come back up, and then put it into this item unloader, which already has some stuff in it. And the item unloader has to be on top, just like this, to actually put items in. It's very key where you put them. They have to look exactly like this. And then it'll put the iron and the coal in. And let me see what else. That's really basically it. You're gonna have to get familiar with Railcraft if you want to do this. It's really helpful. Let me turn it there. And yeah, if you have any questions, just leave in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions for me to do in the future, just leave that in the comments also. Alright guys, see you later.